What's something so obvious that you don't understand how some people can argue on it? A two-state solution between Israel and Palestine cannot work. If Gaza were made into a separate country called Palestine, it would immediately wind up at war with Israel. Either the actual government of Palestine would attack Israel, or a bunch of people in Palestine without any official positions would fire rockets at Israel every day until Israel had to respond, and the two countries would go to war, and we'd be right back where we are. I don't have a better solution, but the idea that Gaza could become an independent nation that would not then start shooting at Israel is absurd. The reason your murder rate is 7 times as high as the rest of the West and firearms homicides 27x higher is all the guns. If you reduce the number of guns in circulation, restricted and regulated the type of guns sold and legislated licensing, tracking and secure storage, a hell of a lot less innocent people and kids would be shot to death every year. It's not only common bloody sense, it's statistically obvious in every country that has done it. Not being able to fix the whole issue in one fell swoop is a shitty excuse not to start improving the situation. Sexuality is fluid and all the labels are unnecessary and redundant. We don't label ourselves after what our favorite food is, so why do we need to categorize preferences in the partner's gender? Imagine if we all started to label ourselves as tunivore, tomatovore, potatovore, pastivore, etc. Accepting that anyone will kiss just whoever has the best combination of favorite traits and a partner of which genitalia is just one of many would solve so many problems created by unnecessary compartmentalizing. Astrology isn't real. It's so easy to prove, too. You take 10 to 100 people from each sign, look at their life history, make a psychologist's personality assessment, check their spouse's sign. And then check if there is any correlation for people in each group, e.g. do Pisces share more similar traits together than they do with other signs? It's not something that depends on your opinions or so-called open-mindedness, it's just something that's demonstrably false. An actual conversation I had. A friend: Trump is the perfect guy, fit, and makes the best decisions for the interest for all. How can you not understand he is not doing everything for personal interest? He is taking the swamp out of DC. He's only being targeted cause he was such a good president, the perfect embodiment of the alpha male. Me, he's overweight. A friend: do not speak about him like that. Religions were created for population control, and man in the clouds creationism is a fairy tale. We have recorded history and fossil evidence that at least roughly shows the progression and history of life on Earth along with the development of religions, yet people are still more than willing to ignore reality and nurse on the tin of sky fairy authoritarianism. The Yahweh God was very much a proponent for infanticide throughout the Old Testament. Christians try to explain it away with he works in mysterious ways in different times. But if they lived in and their babies were being killed by the direction of the storm god Yahweh, they would find him to be more evil than the devil ever could be. The patriarchy exists across the globe and women have been oppressed for thousands of years. The West has mostly moved forward in the past 100 years, but we're far from out of the woods and, in the case of the freest country in the world, we have taken some huge leaps backwards. That what you do in your bedroom is fucking no one's business. I don't care if you are queer identifying and are calling people cis, or straight and calling me fags or telling them they are wrong or sinful. All of you fuck off and mind your business. The Earth is a sphere, the flat tard shit is just stale guys. Normal people know when something has run its course. EVs are not green, they won't save the climate and we'll be on oil for decades still, and 2030 is a delusional goal. It's not happening. Sigh. I almost got banned yesterday from a Catholic subreddit for claiming Catholics are an argumentative group who have been disagreeing for 2 millennium. The mod who disagreed with me didn't seem to see the irony in this. Ah well, people should be allowed full control over their own body and be able to make their own medical decisions. There are exceptions like for elderly people who don't understand what's going on or small children, etc., but generally speaking, most of these are serious but mine is silly. I feel like people get heated over who won in a fight, the grizzly bear or a silverback gorilla. A bear is more than twice the size of a gorilla. It wouldn't even be close. If Jews can get reparations in a whole ethno-state, black people descended from the transatlantic slave trade deserve at least reparations. We were literally promised reparations during Reconstruction and never got it. This should be an obvious thing. An actor who pulls the trigger on a prop gun during rehearsals, the actor having assumed that the weapon was properly loaded with blanks by the set armorer, isn't guilty of murder. Evolution defines and controls all of human motivations and behavior. You don't come into the world as a blank slate, capable of anything and everything. All organic creatures are controlled by their biology. Attraction is luck and isn't rational. I don't get how people can genuinely think that being a good person is important for attraction when literal serial killers still have people pining over them. Being a feminist does not mean man-hating also. I am tired of people calling themselves anti-feminists. All what they give proof for is called fake feminism that nobody but dollar holes support. Climate change. It's real and it's happening, but major corporations and oil companies continue to ignore it because they profit from it. Greenwashing is very common. That God is a concept created by men to explain what they did not know, understand, and all religions have exploited that in an attempt at gaining control and power. That the moon landing was fake. Do you really think thousands of people would keep that under wraps? I can't get my own grandma to keep secrets from me, like, come on. Seth Rogen is a real sure Rogen is a liking person in real life, but he's not funny on the big screen but makes millions acting like himself. You're entitled to your own opinion, but people disagreeing with you or simply not giving a fuck about your opinion have every right to do so. EVs neither implode or collapse car parks. They require little maintenance and the batteries last decades and hundreds of thousands of miles. African Americans deserve reparations. What qualifications do they not meet in comparison to other communities that received reparations? Social media and modern news reporting does far more harm for the average American. Can't speak for other countries than it does good. OnlyFans is advanced prostitution. That's not even what the platform was meant for, but now it's been tainted with that imagery. That Trump is a tool out for only himself. It boggles my mind that people think he's going to do anything for them. Autism is scientifically proven to be not caused by vaccines, nor do you get any mental disability from vaccines. Climate change. It makes sense intuitively and it couldn't be more evident in practice. Only excuse is dogmatic. If someone wants an abortion, it's okay even if you go into the hospital in labor because the kid ain't born yet. The fact that pineapple does not belong on a pizza, I literally can't believe some people still debate this. That free speech should be free for everyone. Everywhere, all the time, forever and always, no matter what. January 6th would have been universally denounced in the US if the attackers had been black or Muslim. People believing the Earth is 10.000 years because a book written by shepherds told them to believe that. The theory of macroevolution has been proven false, yet it's still taught in schools today. Why? Newer users like op, where everything boils down to baiting for a joke rather than substance. Vaccines do not work. GPS work with cell towers. Earth is flat. Masks don't work. Etc., etc. That attacking civilians is wrong, no matter which more powerful assholes started it. Military occupations don't work long term if the goal is peace. People revolt, man shrugging. That immigration is not usually good for the people already living in an area. The shape of the Earth. I can tell it's round just by looking out at sea. Gravity accelerates everything at the same rate. Fucking. Just. Try. It. What that 8-sided red sign with the letters SOP on it means. Capitalism is really bad and billionaires are a cancer to humanity. Women are not gatekeeping periods. We've just always had them. Smiley face. Everyone deserves enough food and water to survive. Hard stop. That eating drinking too many calories is what made them fat. Republicans don't care about the everyday average American. Health is independent of fitness, body fat. Yeah, no. Climate change is real. Don't believe me? Go outside.